It's hard to judge whether entertainers, especially young idols, have a say in what image they wish to portray or are forced to follow the company's policies and develop concepts even though they don't want to. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Theories, and if you're new here, welcome to Midnight Theories. Park Ji-yoon seemed to be the total package. She had talent, a charismatic personality, and was said to be the next K-pop superstar thanks to her rising popularity and early start in the industry. But instead of reaching her highest potential, Park Ji-yoon suffered major setbacks that could have been prevented with better planning and guidance from those in charge of her at the time. Park Ji-yoon was born into a religious household and was the youngest of two daughters raised in Seoul. In 1993, at the age of 12, Park Ji-yoon was first introduced to the entertainment industry. Despite her young age, Park was featured in a teen magazine as her mature appearances was attracting attention from people in the industry. By the time she was 13, she started working as a professional entertainer. The following year, Park became an advertising model for a biscuit commercial and held a minor role in the youth drama Dinosaur Teacher, where she debuted as a child actor. Park Ji-yoon would continue to steadily work as child talent, but mainly stayed active in the modeling side. During this time, she became the youngest exclusive model for cosmetics for 2 years. As Park grew older, she gained an interest in singing. With the support of her parents, she was able to transition into a singer and join Taewon Entertainment and Seoul Records. At the age of 15, Park debuted as a singer and rose to fame with her studio album Sky Blue Dream in 1997. Sky Blue Dream was a remake of the song under the same name by the band Locust, which won the grand prize at the 1980 TBC Young People Song Festival. Park Ji-yoon's first album sold 150,000 copies upon its initial release, and was even recognized by some high-level music experts in the industry. In the middle of promotions, the singer ran into a long legal battle due to the title song. The remake process was not fully cleared before the album was released. Seoul Records did receive clearance from the song's lyricist and arranger, Che Kwang-soo. However, the song's composer, Cho Young-soo, filed a compensation lawsuit claiming copyright infringement. After a 5-year lawsuit, the court ruled in favor of Mr. Cho, who originally demanded compensation of 45 million won. However, in the second trial, the amount of compensation was drastically reduced to 2.8 million won. Park Ji-yoon's version of Sky Blue Dream was removed from music sites, karaoke machines, and ringtone services as a result of the lawsuit. This was a small bump in Park's career, and she would go on to release 2 more albums under Taewon Entertainment. Her albums, Blue Angel and Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, did extremely well on the charts, peaking at number 13 and number 2 respectively, and her third album sold over twice the amount her first album did. By the end of 1988, Park won the Rookie of the Year award at the SBS Gaal Daejun and continued acting through a youth sitcom, 3 Boys and 3 Girls, the longest-running sitcom drama in MBCU's sitcom history. And by 1999, Park took home 2 more awards, the Bongsang at the 1999 KBS Music Awards and the Top 10 Award at the SBS Gaal Daejun. In 2000, Park Ji-yoon sought out several new agencies to better manage her career and moved to JYP Entertainment, the home of artists at the time like G.O.D and Rain. For the next 3 years, Park worked closely with the company's founder and CEO, Park Jin-young, serving as his muse and creating one of the most impactful songs of that generation. Since the beginning, the singer was often associated with a charming and fresh image, as she had been in the industry since the age of 12. But soon, the public would see her in a new light. At the age of 18, the singer successfully transformed her image with the release of her 4th album, Coming of Age Ceremony, and became one of K-pop's pioneers for the sexy concept. There are some K-pop songs that no matter how old they get, they will always be legendary to the music industry, and Coming of Age Ceremony is a prime example. The album's lead single of the same name became a defining hit for Park and gained much popularity. Her short choppy hair, coyly revealing outfits, and sexy performance became her new image and earned her the title of the sexy icon of that era. Coming of Age Ceremony, or better known as Adult Ceremony, became a hot topic for its erotic message. The music video opens with Park Ji-yoon in a white dress, sewing a white cloth which symbolizes the singer's pure innocence. A small teddy bear can also be seen outside peering through the window. The video then cuts to Pak wearing an all-black outfit and sporting bold makeup and dancing sensually. Towards the end of the video, the white cloth the singer was sewing is splattered with blood, which symbolizes the hymen rupturing usually caused by a woman's first sexual experience. In the end, we see Pak tearing up a teddy bear, which shows the viewer how she undermined her own innocence and her dissatisfaction with the experience, as it was not as sweet as how she described it would be in the lyrics. Even by today's standard, adult ceremony is considered too raunchy, and the public tried to suppress the spread, but their efforts failed as it only promoted the song further. The dance also became a huge topic of discussion for her powerful and sensual moves. In 2013, Pak appeared on NBC's Radio Star and shared her pants were often torn on stage performing certain parts of the dance. She continued that the most memorable broadcast was when her black pants were torn on stage, exposing her light blue underwear, which made the audience laugh. On an episode of Knowing Bros, JYP said, "Adult Ceremony was the best choreography he created, and the album itself was one of the few albums that he worked on that he considered being of high quality. When I was making the choreography for Coming of Age, I closed the windows and locked the doors for fear of anyone watching. Looking at it now, I think it was a female choreography created by a man, but I think it was done very well." In the same episode, JYP performed the choreography for Adult Ceremony, followed by Wonder Girls' Tell Me, with twice as Taehyun and Nayeon. Years after the song made its first appearance on the airways, Pak confessed she didn't know why the song was so controversial at the time. "I didn't know why it was raunchy or why people around me saw it that way. I recently rewatched it and it was too erotic even for me. It must have had a lot of influence on society at the time and I just found out." The single and album gained the singer new popularity and earned her several prestigious awards for her work, including the Bongsang for the 15th Golden Disc Awards, the 11th Seoul Music Awards, the KBS Music Awards, SBS Gayo Daejeon, and the KMTV Gayo Daejeon. She would also win the female solo category at the Mnet Asian Music Awards. Despite all of her achievements, her career began to spiral as soon as it took off. After releasing Adult Ceremony, the singer was branded with a negative image. She explained that after debuting as a singer, Pak tried her best to keep a pure image because of her religious upbringing, until one fatal rumor spread about her and all her efforts were undone. In 2005, a document titled Celebrity X-Files was made known to the world through DC Insights, a popular South Korean news portal in the early 2000s. The document contained information about 99 celebrities who were prominent in all fields of the entertainment industry. Allegedly, information such as the celebrities' personalities and past history was included in the files, which caused several rumors to emerge and spread widely in their course. At the time, JYP Entertainment reacted passively to whether responding to rumors, which caused the incident to escalate. On an episode of SBS Strongheart, Pak Ji-yoon shared her story of being plagued by the rumors that came with Adult Ceremony. Pak said that although she gained great popularity with the song, she also suffered from the rumors and malicious comments. She hated the image the company created for her and hated that people only saw her that way. She also shared the story of how her family was also affected by the situation, which caused a strain in their relationship. Pak explained that at church where her parents attended, they did a sermon about the adverse effects of pop culture on today's youth. Adult Ceremony had just been released and was used as an example and played at her church. Almost everyone at the church knew her parents and knew the singer was their daughter. As the video played, everyone in attendance snuck glances at her parents. Her mother would later confess to her daughter that at the time, the shock hurt her heart a lot. "I think that was the most embarrassing moment of my life. My heart hurt more when my family was hurt by my work." In response, she mentioned the difficult feelings at the time, saying she fell into a delusion that people all over the world hated her. She lost all hope and even lost the will to live. Her sixth album, Woo 21, also caused much controversy for its sensual lyrics and was eventually banned from SBS, KBS, and NBC after being judged 19 gold. At the time, a women's university academic newspaper even held a discussion on freedom of expression in popular music, how to earn it, and cultural solidarity. The song Can You Do It was also accused of copyright infringement by Sony Korea's Music for using the single Work It Out, released by Beyoncé the year prior without permission. Sony's side claimed that they never received a request for permission from Pak Ji-yoon's side in advance and that if a lawsuit ensues, they will ask Pak to suspend the sales of her album. After years of the public's malicious comments and the pressure of the industry, the weight had finally collapsed on the idol, causing her to terminate her contract with JYP Entertainment and disappeared from the industry for 6 years. Her departure was said to be due to the creative differences between her and JYP and the negative rumors. The singer felt that instead of showing her true identity as an artist, she felt she was being controlled by him. Her hiatus, which she endured alone, was a long and painful time until she regained her positive outlook with the help of a senior. She expressed that she gained strength from her senior, who said that there are more people who love her than people who hate her, and that she has matured and looked back on the pain of others as much as she went through her hard times. When she came back to the industry, she reappeared with a completely different concept. In 2009, Park Ji-yoon founded her own agency, Park Ji-yoon Creative, and reintroduced herself to the public with her 7th studio album, Flower Again, for the first time. For this comeback, Park decided to show her fans a softer and fresh image. The album was promoted with the song In My Fading Memory, which she was able to perform on Music Core and Inkigayo. Not only did the album gain the singer attention again for it being her first album back after 6 years, but as well for her songwriting skills in the folk music scene. She wrote 3 songs about her experience of being in her 20s and had creative input in producing the album, as well as providing her own photography for the album design. Park went on to release 2 more albums, Tree of Life and Park Ji-yoon 9. All 3 albums received favorable responses from her fans and critics, but her album sales were not on par with what they used to be during her early career. The albums failed to generate interest from the Korean public or have an impact on the charts. In 2013, Park joined Mystic 89, now known as Mystic Story, from 2013 to 2016, where she released several popular singles, Mr. E, Beep, and Yoo-hoo. After her mini-album with Mystic, Park returned to her own company, Park Ji-yoon Creative, to focus more on her career as a songwriter instead of a dance singer. In 2019, Park Ji-yoon married the co-CEO of Kakao and gave birth to her first child, a baby girl, in 2021. Since then, Park has lived a quiet but happy life, working behind the scenes in the music industry. Even after being released more than a decade ago, Adult Ceremony continues to return to the mainstream due to the multiple covers current idols have performed. The song also inspired a popular mid-2000s hit titled Something by the girl group Girls' Day. The group paid tribute to Adult Ceremony using similar costumes to the original and pushed the sexy concept agenda. To this day, Adult Ceremony is still covered by idols in the industry. However, many netizens continue to voice their concern about the song being used as a rite of passage. This is what some netizens had to say about the issue. I think it's a bit weird when an idol turns of legal age and they are given a sexy concept when they were literally doing cute/soft concept. Idols expressing their sexuality should come natural and not be forced as a concept. Expressing your sexuality is not always about having sex with people, it's about being confident in your own body and how you choose to express as much or as little as you want. I feel like they should give the idol a choice whether if they want to do the song or not. Forcing them or manipulate them into doing it is obviously wrong. Yet everyone have a different view on how they want to express themselves musically, so giving an option on if they want to do it or not, then it wouldn't hurt. It's also just a groomer's dream. The song might be touched as something revolutionary for women's sexuality and opening the gate for women to express themselves, and I'm not denying its impact on the world either, just discussing how misguided it is. Basically, how women empowerment is still just do whatever men want. I guess, I don't know, but the actual message of the song is of an adult man wanting to sleep with a minor and watching them grow up, waiting till it's finally legal, and then having the child do a sexy dance to be like, yep, I wanted this too, so it's totally okay. Like, it would be one thing if it was just about women expressing her sexuality and saying she too, as an adult woman, wants to sleep with men, etc, etc. But the fact that the singer themselves, and probably most idols who cover this the moment they turn 18, didn't even understand the contents of the lyrics just proves how inappropriate the song actually is, being used as a justification for consent when these young people don't even fully understand what it means. I think it depends on the idol. Some are visibly way more comfortable with performing the song. Like when I saw Gayoon stage, she didn't seem to mind performing the song, and it really seemed as if that song was almost a personal choice to show that she was becoming more confident and really growing into herself. while other idols are visibly not comfortable with the concept and the meaning of it. The sad thing about K-pop and pop in general, that it is made for the mainstream audience, and companies know that sex sells. In my opinion, for some reasons, now more than before, while being sexy and showing sex appeal is something so personal and individual, and everyone's boundaries on the topic are so different, so it should everyone's, especially idols' own personal choice, what they do with it, or if they even do it at all. Not only does this sexualize young idols, but it just reinforces the idea that women's bodies is always an open invitation, even when it's not. It takes away all agency from women in question, feeding into the idea that a man's sexual advances is always justified, and I absolutely hate that. These companies are practically broadcasting to the public that these idols are barely legal and commercializing their sexuality. Looking at the lyrics of the song, it just seems odd that barely legal idols are performing a song with lyrics such as, "Hey you, why are you hesitating? I know you want me right now in front of you," or "I'm not a little girl anymore, don't hesitate any longer." And I don't want to be one of those people who baby idols or something like that, but I just think it's off-putting that once minor idols turn 19, they perform this sexual song with lyrics like that, suggesting that they aren't young anymore and that they can be sexualized, or at least that's how it feels to me. After a decade of trying to distance herself from the image created by Adult Ceremony, Pak went on SNL Korea and acted in a skit on her popular 2000s hit. Through Adult Ceremony, Pak was able to open more doors for female celebrities to express their sexuality. This is a good thing, but only if the idol is of age and comfortable displaying that side to the public. However, the commercialization and exploitation of a youth's sexuality in the media and in the entertainment industry is still heavily prevalent, and it's frightening to think about, especially since the age group continues to get younger and younger. After hearing the history behind the song and how it affected the artist, should this song still be used as a rite of passage for idols to commemorate entering into adulthood, or should this trend be a thing of the past? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And with that being said, thank you for watching and enjoy your stay.